James 1 and verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity, especially during these times. Also want to say shalom to you few them that believe as well. A hearty shalom to you other laborers and believers that are scattered throughout the face of the earth. Whether you be among the heathen, and even like the heathen, who are the speckled Israelites, to the whole household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom. Back at you with another Lord with an edifying quick lesson. It's my response to this camp. They call themselves NYNJ camp. And this is a clip of them at camp, and they claim, just like a lot of these camps, they don't look up what the shabbath is, which is according to the new moon. And I'll prove that in this video. They always claim to be doers of the word or keep the whole law, but they don't rehearse the things they're supposed to rehearse correctly anyway. So these ordinances was given to us to be followed. Okay, let's start with that. And how can you remove the beam out your neighbor's eye if you haven't removed the beam out your own eye? Okay, right? A lot of you guys out here, that claim to be Israelites or claim to be teachers or prophets, some of you just ain't right, man. And you see the guy right here in the Pure Hearts, hat and jersey, baseball style jersey. He out here prophesying with his head covered, which he's going off. Okay, and he's going off about the Sabbath as well. Matter of fact, let's address the hat. And get right to it, man. Okay. Let's go here to the book of 1 Corinthians 11. All right. And verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. So that's the order, right? The Most High, Yahweh, his son, Yahweh Shai, the man of Israel, right? Or just men in general, all right? Then you got the woman, all right? That's the ordinance, okay? That's the order, that's the rank and file. Verse 4, here's the point. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonoreth his head, okay? Look at this. Before I even play the video, you can see what he's doing wrong. And you're supposed to be the teacher, man. You out here with a ball cap on, looking like a spinoff of Sakari. All right, and that's not the way we're supposed to be out here prophesying, man. Okay. So you claim to keep the commandments, but you must forget about this commandment right here. All right, praying and prophesying with your head covered. And he might say, "Oh, Paul said that." Well, this is what Paul said in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. Okay. And remember that this is Paul writing to the Israelites at Corinth, Greece. Okay? 1 Corinthians 14:37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So, hey man, the things that Paul was writing are commandments of the Lord, man. So you're not supposed to be praying or prophesying. All right, going back to 1 Corinthians 11 and 4. All right. You're not supposed to be praying or prophesying with your head covered. Because why? That's dishonoring your head, man. As you can see. I haven't even played the video yet, and you can see where he's going off at. Okay? So we gotta make sure we gotta make sure that we're in line before we can try to get our people in line. Okay? And that's the point I'm making, man. You guys out here just be doing your own thing and you be doing shit that's really just out of order, man. All right, if I'm gonna just put it bluntly, shit just be out of order, man. So let's play the clip. Fair use, fair use. All right, because their videos are monetized and mine are not. So I want to say fair use, by the way.
I'm dressed the part. I have fringes and a beard on my face, and I actually keep Passover, new moon, which is on. I actually.
But he don't keep his head uncovered while you prophesying, right? But he's supposed to be perfect, right?
What the commandments of God say? I'm dressed the part. I have fringes and a beard on my face, and I actually keep Passover, new moon, which is on. Actually, the Sabbath day is this Saturday night. The new moon this Saturday night, right? And you don't go anywhere. Watch this. Read this.
Which he's going off, completely going off. This clip was posted from their camp 2 days ago. So the clip may have been 3 days ago, or the actual camp video, but the clip was from 2 days ago. The Sabbath is not on the Saturday or Friday to Saturday. That's going off. Okay? And matter of fact, let's get that. This is the calendar. And let's get this real quick. Lunar calendar. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get the calendar real quick. All right, matter of fact, let's find something better. We can get some that's clear. Let's see, we got not this either. Find me a good one. All right. So the new moon, because currently the Shabbat was Sunday Eve to Monday Eve, right? So the new moon will come in May 26th. Today is the 20th. All right, today is the 20th of May, as you can see. Okay. And the new moon come in May 26th. Today is Tuesday, May 20th, and the 26th is, I believe, next Monday. Okay, let's go to the calendar. Okay, the 26th is next week Monday. So Monday Eve to Tuesday Eve, the new moon will fall on. All right, May 26th. All right, of 2025. That's the new moon. Okay. See, May 26th, the new moon. That's when the new Shabbat will come in. Okay. And you have to know how to keep the Shabbat according to the scriptures to keep the the Shabbat. All right, you got to know the scriptures to keep the Shabbat. Okay. Psalms 81. Excuse me. Let me get this from Psalms 81 and 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. Right? For this was a statute for Israel and the law of the power of Jacob. See? So, in the new moon, right? Let's look up the word new moon. Or just moon itself, okay? The Hebrew word there is chadash. All right, chadash. It says the new moon, monthly. The first day of the month, the lunar month, okay? The lunar month. What does lunar means? Or what does lunar month mean, okay? We're going to look this up. Lunar month. Lunar month. It says lunar month, also known as a synodic month or lunation, is the time it takes for the moon to complete one cycle of phases from new moon to new moon, okay? So from new moon to new moon. Okay, so you got to know the lunar calendar or the moon cycle to know when the new moons come in, because that's the Shabbat, okay? The new moon is the new Shabbat. Okay, that's the new Shabbat. Okay, let's see, is there more on that? Because the AI got it right. The AI actually got it right here. Let's see here. Look, the moon phase is new, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full, one in gibbous, third quarter, one in crescent, change as it orbits the earth. And the lunar month marks the completion of one full cycle of these phases. Right. See? That's what it's about, man. The different cycles, man. Let's see here. Can we get see? Okay, new moon. And this is just a cycle. We're right here on the 20th today. Okay. But you see when the let me see if I get a better view. May 4th. First quarter. But basically, this cycle is almost at its end, and it'll be at its end on the 25th of May, and the new moon, which will be zero illumination, will be the 26th. You can see the percentage of the moon, all right, when it's in its different phases. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to get it. Okay. This is how the moon goes. So new, so from new to first quarter, that's a week. All right, that's a week cycle, like 7 days basically. From first quarter to full, that's 2 weeks, because 2 weeks into the cycle is the full moon. The third week, the third quarter, you have where after the full moon, the light decreases, because from new moon to full moon, all right, the light increases to its full illumination. So by 2 weeks in, it's fully illuminated, and then from there, it waxes. Or the waning period start, where it's the light dims, or the moon gonna be fully illuminated, I should say, all the way back to the new moon, which is zero illumination. That's how the moon cycle. That's how it is kept. And what backs that up is the scriptures. Let's go to the scriptures. All right, we always resort to the scriptures for our answers. All right, this is Sirach 43, and I'll start at verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in their season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. Right, because that's how we observe. All right, the high holy days. All right, according to the moon cycle. So we would count, and in particular, the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, they were experts at this. Okay, men that were able to discern, okay, the signs of the time. Let me get that real quick. Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna write this precept to make the point, because Issachar was they had understanding of the time. Shalaki. That's why I pull it up. Okay, 1 Chronicles 12 and 32. And of the children of Issachar, which is the so-called Mexican today, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. See? That's concerning what? The feast days. Okay? The shabbats, like the Sabbath coming in. See? So that's the point. They were experts at that. Okay? Back in Sirach 43 and 6, it says, he made the moon also to serve in her season for the declaration of times and a sign of the world. Right, there's different signs the moon show, even, all right, that that is a sign from the heavens, like the blood moon, or a lunar eclipse. Okay, there's different meanings to those different signs we get, through the moon's signs. Okay. Verse 7, from the moon is the sign of feast, right? The high holy days, a light that decreases in her perfection, right? That decreases in her perfection, because when the moon is perfectly illuminated, it's 2 weeks into its cycle, the full moon. It's 100% illuminated. And from that point on, it decreases, okay? Like I show you right here on this map. From the full moon, it starts to So from new, all right, start here. New, it waxes into full illumination by the second week, which is a full moon. It's 100% illuminated. From the full moon, it starts the waning period, where it starts to drop the illumination percentage. All right, where it goes back to what? Eventually, the new moon. All right, where it's zero illumination. That's the point. Okay. Verse 8, it says the month is called after her name. Yeah, because the new moon, that's the new month as well. Okay, that's the beginning of the new month. All right. And the months are always called by numbers, not names. That's something going back to these damn, heathen, man. These pagan stuff. All right, gods of the nations, man, which are no gods. It says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, right? And you said to show you that increasing wonderfully in her changing, because why? From the new moon, it becomes brighter and brighter till it's fully illuminated, right? It says being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. See? The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, and ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. Okay? So the point is this, the moon is observed based off the lunar calendar, and that's how we keep the new Shabbats or the Sabbaths, man. Okay? That's how you keep the Shabbat. So if you're gonna call yourself a teacher, know what you're teaching, and not only that, observe the ordinances that was given. Okay, we're supposed to rehearse righteous acts, and that's true. But if you're gonna, act like you're perfect and not going off, then you make yourself a liar, because these guys claim to be free from sin or not sinning anymore, but you going off, man. Looking at the clothes this dude got on. All right, this guy, I say teacher. All right, because he's from the NYNJ camp. I don't know these guys in particular, but I guarantee he got on different fabrics. Okay, and what the law say about different fabrics? Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. All right, Deuteronomy 22 and 11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of different sorts of woolen and linen together. Okay? Meaning what? Different fabrics. You look it up. All right. Sha'ai, Tanaz. It says mixed stuff, fabric of mixed weave, right? Lindsay Woolsey. A kind of cloth forbidden for garments. Cloth made by weaving linen and wool together. All right. Different sorts of fabric, man. You're not supposed to wear different sorts of fabric, man. And a lot of you guys be doing that shit and you don't realize that you're going off. And see, you break one law. All right, you break one law, you're guilty of breaking the whole law. Okay? You break one law. Let me see here. James chapter 2 and I'll go to 10, right to the point. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. See? And I guarantee you this guy right here from the NYNJ camp, he's going off by wearing different sorts of fabric. And it just goes to show you how easy it is to sin, how easy it is to go off. This is why, teaching about faith, all right, in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is more important. And, of course, yes, we establish the law or rehearse the righteous acts, which is the law. That's, what we do. You see? So just be humble, man. Be humble and know that none of us is perfect, man. All right? And teach the right way, man. So with that, all praise and glory be unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakwadash. Lord, when you were edified, till next time, I want to say Shalom.